Hi, I'm Tim and my company is TCST, an LLC that puts together lucrative real estate deals so that my partners can make safe and consistently higher returns. Together, we can make a difference. I have some potential real estate investing opportunities that I believe will be of interest to you. In this presentation, I will explain the current opportunity in the real estate market, what we do and how we do it, and how that relates to you, the investor. I'll try to ask and answer most of the questions that I think you may have about our program as I go through this. First, I'd like to talk about the current real estate market. There are three things I want to mention. Number one, it's a buyer's market. This means that sellers are having a difficult time getting rid of their properties, and this allows buyers to be very picky. There are more motivated sellers now than ever, so this is an excellent time to buy property. Number two, the state of the mortgage industry is feeding into the problem that sellers are having with their property. Many of the loans that used to be available for homeowners have been discontinued, and traditional home buyers are having a tougher time getting loans to buy properties. And to top it off, number three, foreclosures are at an all-time high, and they continue to climb. All this combined culminates into an incredible time to buy. Most investors do the exact opposite. They wait to invest, watch others get in early, wait to invest, wait a little longer, and then finally invest when at the peak. In a down market, we do exactly what intelligent investors do. We buy when the time is right. Now, doesn't that make sense? The terrible market conditions that you're hearing about is actually great for us. I want to explain what our business model looks like so that you have a full understanding of how you, the investor, comes into play. First, we locate motivated sellers. As I just said, there are a ton of motivated sellers out there right now. We have several different marketing strategies that we use to find them. Then, we provide solutions with speed and ease through a transaction. Our primary service to someone that needs to sell is speed to take care of a problem property, and the ease that comes from working with a professional homebuyer. We use the funds from investors to make someone a cash offer and can close quickly. By providing this service, we get to buy property at a deep discount, usually at about 65% of value and more. That means that we might pay $65,000 for a house that's worth $100,000. So we create a win-win scenario between the seller, the investor, and our company. The seller is able to sell their home quick for cash. Our investor makes a good return on their investment, and our company can earn some profits from the deal as well. Cash is king. Borrowing cash from private investors or partnering with them allows us to offer our services to sellers. As I've already said, we can offer quick cash closings, can buy at a discount, and have a speedy close, sometimes even within a week. Speed and a smooth transaction is the key to our success with a seller. Now, we don't mind paying an investor a good rate of return because we make a good profit in the deal. We just look at it as profit sharing with our investors. Let's talk about you for a minute, your investing experience. Think about what you've done so far and what your returns have been, and most of all, ask yourself, are you happy with your results? Okay, you say, my money is divided between the stock market, mutual funds, and CDs, and I also keep a savings. So, are you happy with your current investment portfolio? Well, you may say, I've always played it pretty safe and invested in low-risk, low-return investments. But now I'm looking to invest a portion of my funds into something that can pay a higher return. All right, our program may or may not be right for you. However, you need to make that important investment decision right away. Let's look at the common types of investments today. How about a regular savings account? Maybe you're getting 0.5%, maybe 3/4, or if you're lucky and have enough money in it, 1%? Great, huh? Maybe you have a CD. What then? Short-term 1.25% on the high side? Long-term 2% on the high side? What about the stock market? Forget mutual funds now. When was the last time you actually made any money that was significant? 5, 7%, and actually didn't lose it in a few months. Yeah, I know. It's up today and down tomorrow. Definitely not too secure, right? Maybe your IRA or 401k is your best bet, right? Well, keep watching them. They usually invest your money in mutual funds, so are you getting a strong 5%? Probably not consistently. Now it's time to ask yourself, are you more interested in making a quick buck, or do you want to build wealth? It's up to you. Our deals can be turned for a sale or held to receive ongoing income and then sold at a later date. We'll discuss all the options in a bit, but knowing what you want going into a deal is crucial in getting it set up correctly. How do you typically go about making decisions to invest? If it feels good, do it. If it makes good sense, continue. If it sounds secure, especially in this time of an insecure economy, then snap it up. Well, I agree. Now, who else, if anyone, is involved in your decision making? Spouse, relative, friend, or just you? If there is anyone else involved, then they need to be in on this with you, so there'd be no delay in putting this deal together. We will need to have everyone involved and on the same page if we decide to partner up. This is how our investment opportunities are structured. Typically, the investment average is about $100,000. Smaller amounts are okay, but will have to be syndicated or pooled with other investors to make up one of our deals. Larger amounts are also accepted either for larger deals or multiple deals. Typically, the terms are for as short as 6 months, up to 10 or even 15 years. The investment offers either a 7% or a 9% annualized return depending on the type of deal that we structure. A loan with payments to principal and interest, or investment with only interest payments with principal being paid back at the end of the term. As far as the payment terms, we can set you up for regular payments, monthly, quarterly, annually, or we can just let the interest accrue till the end of the term. You choose whatever you want or what fits your investment goals best. This is a sample deal to show you exactly how our program works. This is a property we can purchase. The bank just wants to dump the house and get it off their books. We make a cash offer to the bank, no contingencies, close in 2 weeks, and they accept $50,000. We borrow $80,000 from a private investor to pay for the purchase price, the renovation, and holding costs associated with the deal. After our renovation, the property appraises at $100,000. Now at 7% over a 6-month period, the investor would earn $2,800, and as you can see, we were able to create plenty of profit in the deal for us. Ultimately, all we do is buy low and sell high. It's a pretty simple business model. Now, if we were to hold the property and rent it out and receive income, then at 9% over, let's say, a 10-year period, the investor would earn $72,000, almost doubling their initial investment. Again, we of course make a good profit from the sale at that time, where the property value should be around $150,000, and adding $132,000 of collected rents minus investor's $72,000 interest payments and the initial $80,000 gives us about $60,000 profit. Of course, there are maintenance and holding costs to consider too, but still a very profitable deal for all of us. Now I'm going to answer some common questions that people have, and possibly you as well.
How is the real estate market affecting your business?
As I covered earlier, it's actually a great time to buy. As long as each deal is structured so that we don't have to sell a property, we will be in good shape. Anyone that counts on selling property right now may put themselves in a compromising position.
Why would people sell their house at such a deep discount?
There are many reasons people sell their houses to people like us. A few examples would be job loss, divorce, bankruptcy, and foreclosure, just to name a few. A lot of time, money is not the most important thing to a motivated seller. Peace of mind is.
Would I be investing in a piece of property or your company, TCST?
You would be investing in a particular property either personally or through an LLC with you and TCST as members.
Is the investment secured?
Yes, you are secured the same way a bank secures itself when they lend money.
What kind of paperwork do I get?
You get a note and a deed, just like with the bank. The note spells out the terms of the investment, and the deed secures your investment on a specific piece of property, and again, either personally or through the LLC we set up.
Can I invest from my IRA?
Absolutely. If you have a self-directed IRA, it's just like writing a check. And if you don't have a self-directed IRA, we can suggest a couple of sources to help you get set up.
I have equity in my home. Could I use that to invest in your program?
If someone wanted to, they could get an equity line and invest that money into our program. They would just make the difference between what they pay in interest to borrow the money and what we pay.
Most of my money is in the stock market, but I don't really want to sell right now. How could I invest with you?
Same scenario here. If someone wanted to, they could use their stock as collateral for a loan and invest that money with us.
Can I use the money in my 401k?
Once again, yes. You will probably find that borrowing money from your 401k has a very low rate for payback, thus giving you the ability to make a very good profit.
What about taxes? And how is this going to affect my taxable income?
Interest income is treated just like ordinary income. I would advise you to speak with your accountant for further information. You only pay taxes on the interest income received in any year. If the investment accrued interest rather than having regular payments, you would not be taxed on those earnings until you actually receive them. Okay, if you are interested in partnering with us, here are the next steps to take. Determine the range of money you see yourself investing. What kind of time frame would be best for you? 1, 5, 10, 15 years? Remember, this can be modified, but try to be as firm as you can. Choose if you're interested in a loan where you get a payment that includes the principal and interest, or an investment that pays interest only. Decide how you'd like your payments, monthly, quarterly, annually, or accrued till the end of the term. Make sure your funds are in a position where you can just write a check, or have a definitive time frame associated with accessing them. Don't waste time. Contact us today, and together, let's make a difference.